Welcome, everybody. My name is Bart, and today I'm going to be talking about a reflection of mine. I had, I think, a thought process, my recent thought process, okay? My recent analysis I had with myself and with my good friend as well. Mm, it's kind of hard to bring my thoughts right now. I'm not sure why. Maybe I'm just stressing about it. I'm not sure, but um, I had sometimes in the evenings I sit and I started just writing, right, in my notebook because it just feels nice, and I'm trying not to look at the screen in the evening to not activate my do not activate my nervous system, right? So let me read something I wrote yesterday, which is about it's like an introduction to this fear of silence, and I want to give you a context, okay? First, um, so we start with a question: what are your experiences with escaping mechanism? I thought I have it mostly behind me, and well, even though that might be true, lately I have felt a shadow of it. A shadow reaching back days when my mind was looking for comfort in substances. Looking back, I remember how hard I relied on having my mind clouded, faded. There was too much happening, and the emotional intensity of growing up, of being a teenager, was just too much for me then. Today is the day, tomorrow will be actually the day, um, when I'll be 2 years without smoking weed. 2 years ago, I allowed myself to be helped. And even though this deserves a completely different video, and I do want to make it, I plan to make about the video about me not smoking weed for 2 years. I wanted to make this introduction to show the context of what I reflected on lately. This was after I talked with my good friend. I told him I think I have these tendencies to obsessions. And I'm not sure if I should just accept that or do something about it, but then I don't know really what to do about it. And he was like, obsessions, you say? They must serve some kind of purpose. Seems to me you're running away from something that you're scared. I'm like, what the fuck am I supposed to be afraid of? Peace? And he laughed at me and said, "Oh no, it's not peace you're afraid of." Then we changed the topic, but my mind picked up on it when I left. What was I scared of? What am I running away from? Myself? That can be it. I love myself. I made sure about it in the past year of my inner work. But then it hit me. I reminded myself of this subtle feeling when I'm supposed to spend time with myself. It's not obvious because I mastered myself in hiding from it, but it's there. It comes every Friday when I'm supposed to leave work. I see and hear other people so happy and eager to finally go home and start the weekend. And I look at them like they're crazy, like they're out of their minds. And it's just that I feel safer and better when my time is tightly scheduled. And it's always a sense of pressure on me when the weekend comes because I have to make sure I do stuff then. I that it's that I have it busy. I have to have plans, and it's really rarely that I get some rest at those weekends, you know. And I think And I think I'm just afraid of the silence, bro. And it just makes sense. This previous week, the one after I got the closure over my crush, I was notably calmer. I remember that, and it was weird. It was a weird feeling. I just didn't have the intensity in me. For example, I drove to work on a bike, and usually every time I go with a bike, I try to beat my record, right? To be the fastest, and it's 22 kilometers, so it's not a little distance, right? And I always try to be faster, but this time, like my record is like an hour and 4 minutes, right? Hour and three maybe. I drove an hour and 15, and I was just driving without without this intensity. I was just driving and enjoying the drive and looking around. And for the first time, I listened to calm music when I was driving my bike, and it was very weird, pleasantly weird. um, so at the same time, and I feel calmer. I also feel this uncomfortable silence in the back of my head. And I think my mind fears it and tries to get away from it. Um, Using a noise in different forms. So, for example, it can be an obsession over a girl at work. It can be an obsession over working out and sport, or obsession on doing gaming YouTube videos every second day. You have to give a gaming video, even if it's not very. Even if I don't really want to, I felt like I needed to because to just make. All that was just noise, man, just made up, fake mass, and that was just supposed to keep me out of this uncomfortable, hunting, depressing, whispering silence. That was supposed to be to keep me out of being alone with myself. And don't get me wrong, I love myself, right? I've put a lot of work to love myself, and I do. But I think I don't necessarily like to hang out with myself. It's like with my mom. I love my mom. I really do. But when I spend too much time with her, it's difficult. And I want to get out. And it's a little bit similar, I think. I love myself and I like to spend some time with myself, but not too much. Like 2 days in a row. But I want to try to change that, man. So I asked myself 2 days ago, looking in the mirror, how do I get more comfortable with the silence? And I was like, bro, that is so obvious. I just confront it. I confront the fuck out of it. And sure, I can do it progressively, but it's not my style. I wanna go in. I wanna jump in. So I was like, okay, I need to silence the noise. Okay, I what was the issue? The issue was that I was running away from something with the noise. Okay, with watching videos, with watching series, with gaming, with obsessions. Okay, and also, which is I think will be the most difficult for me, with music. Okay, I had moments recently, when I just haven't enjoyed music, and that was weird for me. And I was just swiping and just looking what will fit this moment right now. What exact genre, 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 Genre I need right now. Okay, and I was looking for it, and sometimes I couldn't find it. Right, I made rules. Okay, no social media, no Instagram, no Facebook, no videos, movies, series, and no music. And no music for 2 weeks. Okay, this is the music part. Is the hardest for me because I listen to the music all the time, every day. I clean, I listen to music. I go to work, I listen to music. I ride a bike, I listen to music. Like, I am addicted to music. I listen to it few hours a day, every day. Man, I listen to music even when I was recording videos. So maybe that's why it's harder for me to focus because I don't have the stimuli in my headphones. I think it may be that. For me, having ADHD, sometimes it's easier to focus when I have something in my hands, when I have something in my ears. And first 2 years of my studies, I had online because there was coronavirus. So every exam during those two years I was doing with my headphones on. But then they opened the university, and I remember my anxiety going to my first real life exam without my headphones on. Is that is that something I should work on? I don't know. I just wanna confront it. I just wanna try. I'm not saying it's necessarily bad in itself, but I think I may have overdone it. I think I may have make too much noise, right? Because I sense this fear. And so that's, but sometimes, sometimes it is just influencing my vibrations, right? And like I see it as a help to just get me in the mood to like clean up or something. But sometimes it just really just noise, and just to just not be in the silence, to just not be with my thoughts alone without anything else. So I think I want to add to that list the music. So they call it dopamine detox, right? I heard it somewhere. It was pretty famous some time ago. Maybe it is still. I'm not sure, but I haven't checked like anywhere what rules do a standard dopamine detox have. But I just made mine. Okay, I'm not giving up nicotine. That's something. That's something after dropping weed and alcohol and every psychoactive substances. That's something I am allowing myself. Nicotine for some time. Like this. Okay, it's been 2 years. Okay, but I don't know. I want to feel ready for the nicotine. Okay, already quit porn a few months ago. um, and it is a progress. Okay, let me. Okay, nicotine. I'm allowing myself for nicotine. I think people. I mean, I haven't watched. Okay, but it just makes sense. I think I shouldn't also masturbate. I'm not sure, but I'm not sure about that. Um, I was like, I was making the notes 2 days ago when I was like, holy fuck, I know what to do. I was so hyped up. I was like, this is fucking cool. And the last thing I wrote down at the end is like, it's time to be, it's time to get obsessed about my obsessions. And so I read it to you now, right? And my notes, and it was difficult for me to get into the same mood because I was so motivated and like holy shit, I know what to do. I was so excited, but right now I'm already on day two. Okay, I'm already on day two, and it's weird. Okay, it's weird. The point of it is to find this dopamine in other activities, I guess, like gardening. Okay, I bought myself some plants. I'm gonna try to, like, I have a balcony, right? So I want to try to. Wait, let me show you. So I bought like four of these kind of plant potters. I already have these two motherfuckers. Not looking the best, but it's only like the end of March, so this is still not the season. But I bought myself some seeds for tomatoes and paprika. And just putting the energy at myself, right? Writing it's been pretty chill. Like I just write what's on my mind, my ideas, what I wanted to make videos about. Um, Maybe I will go back to painting. I have like few, few paintings over here. Um, I love plants. I have a lot of them. Okay, wait, I can just maybe show you a little bit. I have a lot of them in my apartment. Fuck. One here. This one, the coldest one, is a little bit dry. Okay, it's not the best. Okay, this is not the best quality. Maybe I should get like a proper equipment for vlogging, so I can show you some vlogs, making some vlogs and shit. I bought myself some herbs to have in the kitchen. You know, like the one that are actually planted in earth, potted, right? So it's, I don't know. I'm just excited about that, and it's fucking amazing. Like I'm excited. um, yeah, I just want to spend time with myself and kind of confront the silence and break that fear, maybe. I don't know, or simply confront it and just ask him, ask it, what's up, bro? What are you exactly afraid of? Because I think I'm just afraid on subconscious level, right? And this is just my body, my mind that is afraid, because it it remembers the silence with depression, with suicidal thoughts, with something to run away from, bro. Something to run away from. So yeah, so I guess I'm just making friends with myself right now. So this is the second day already. Yeah, I started yesterday. Um, I'm anxious. I am calmer, but I'm also anxious. Um, I was like, it was a little bit difficult to start the video. I wasn't sure. Like I couldn't really find my words, like get my thoughts right. It was easier when I started. Once I started. Mm, but overall, it's been pretty good. It's been pretty chill. It feels good to not force the noise into my head. I feel like my head is already grateful. It's already like giving me signals that it's nice, it's pleasant, and that's what I want to do. I want to make neuron patterns in my head, neuron pathways that will make my brain remember that this way of doing is good for you, right? This way is pleasant, this way is nice. And I want to use those pathways, those neurons, as much as I can, as much as it will be possible for me. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm gonna make a video maybe like after the 2 weeks. Maybe I will I will record myself when I will have some crises at I don't know, day some, like, that would be, I think, cool to do. So right now, I feel okay. Not great, not bad, but something in the middle, I guess. I have some cool plans today. I want to try to put those seeds today, and it's still a little bit cold outside during the night, so I'm gonna plant it now and just leave it still in my apartment until the nights are warmer, so I won't be afraid those tomatoes and paprika will die. And I think that's it, man. I think that's it. Like, do you also fear the silence? Do you also, what are your experiences with escaping mechanism? I would love to know, and I would love to interact with you, bro. So that's me. Thank you for listening. Thank you for talking. Thank you for commenting, and thank you for hitting the sub and like button. Hell yeah. Take care, guys.